For sure. Well, let's stay on Joe. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Looks like today arthroscopic knee surgery was performed on Zach Wilson's knee, and it seems as though there is zero chance he will be ready week 1, giving that job to Joe Flacco to take on his former team, the Baltimore Ravens. And I know you were excited to see it, Jimbo. I know you were happy to see it, but are you also a little concerned that this is now a more difficult matchup for the Ravens?
Happy, not that I wish injuries on anyone, but happy because I think Joe has been kind of put in the ground, like in the dirt, and like people have said that he's ultimately, just a back. Like, to me, I don't know what the stark difference between Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan is today, but Matt Ryan is viewed so differently than Joe Flacco that I think it's dumb. So I don't think there's maybe a degree or two Matt Ryan is better, but I don't think it's an ocean. Right? Like, I don't think it's really that much better. So what I was going to say is, yes, absolutely excited for Joe that he gets an opportunity. However, I am more nervous about playing a Joe Flacco-led Jets than I am about a Zach Wilson-led Jets, because number one, Zach Wilson is not a number 2 overall pick. I think he was taken too high. I think he's the Mitchell Trubisky of his draft class, the Josh Rosen, the Sam Darnold, whatever, like name all these guys. I don't think he will be a top tier NFL quarterback. And he's oft injured. He was often injured in college. He already missed time last year. This is nothing new. Right. So, all that said, I'm excited that Joe gets a shot, but I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit more nervous about this game because, look, Glenn, the national media thinks that Zach Wilson is better than Joe Flacco. I would never bet money on that. I don't believe today, and I won't believe in 10 years, that Zach Wilson is better than Joe Flacco. I just won't. I don't think he's that good, and I don't think Joe's that bad. Number 2, Joe always pulls a rabbit out of his hat in moments. What do you remember about Joe Flacco's career? It's moments, right? Like you talked about Kirk Cousins, and these career stats. They probably killed Joe Flacco's career stats. But if you look at Joe's moments, who in my opinion still is the best Super Bowl run of any quarterback, 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against prime opponents on the road, dude did it all in those moments, right? So I'm a bit nervous because Joe's going to play, dude. He's going to ball out. He's going to play hard. And I think he's going to look better. I think they have a better chance at winning with Joe Flacco than they would with Zach Wilson in week 1.
Yeah, and I tend to agree with you, Jimbo. I think the Ravens matchup did get a bit tougher with the injury to Zach Wilson. Joe Flacco will likely downplay the matchup in the media, but and it'll probably sound something like this. They'll ask him if this game carries any more weight or meaning, being as though it's his former team, and he'll probably say, classic Joe fashion, something like, I'll think about it maybe a couple times leading into it, but once the ball is snapped, it's just another game. But the scary thing is, he actually believes that, and I think that he can use that to maybe play spoiler, because I think everyone knows the Jets are not ready to compete, but they are, I'm sure, going to be relishing in the role of spoiler all year, because every win they get is probably more than what was expected of them. This is still a division that's very much so dominated by the Buffalo Bills, and maybe the Dolphins are right on their heels. And then, of course, the Patriots, and they're a distant fourth. So, yeah, they're going to be a little more tough. And I will say, he went 14 of 17 today in practice, 4 touchdowns in one of the offense's best days of camp, according to Zach Rosenblatt from The Athletic. So, yeah, they're going to be a tough matchup. But Jamin says, hey, Jimbo, I agree with you about the Super Bowl run with Flacco. That man was the king of throwing up hopes and prayers.
Well, Joe had some bullets too in that playoff run.
Yeah, he was diming them up.
Sure, Anquan had a heck of a Super Bowl run, that playoff run. But Joe had some, really, really nice plays in that. Obviously, a multitude of them in that run. So I get it. Every quarterback, if you go through any run, every quarterback needs that guy, though. We talked about it today. Lamar Jackson is nice in the red zone because at the end of the day, he gets in trouble. What does he do? He throws it up really high to the vicinity of 89.
Yeah, we saw that today.
Yeah, he got in a little trouble and he just said, yeah, and Mark boxed out Kyle Hamilton. and caught it and said, dude, you're too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's an all pro right there. So everybody has that guy, right? At the end of the day.
But I do think that to Damon's point, there are quarterbacks who just flat out won't take any chances with the ball, won't give their receiver an opportunity when they have one-on-one chances. And I love the players that are willing to give their guys a shot to go out there and prove something, not so scared to maybe make an intercept. That was kind of the knock on Tyrod Taylor for his entire career, is that even with coaches begging him to take more risks and get the ball down the field, he just flat out wouldn't do it. I don't know if it was a mental block, but he couldn't get the ball down the field, too nervous to make mistakes. And so there's something to that, letting your guys go out and make a play. And I like that about Joe.
Yeah, 100%. What did you say? He would throw it up into the stratosphere and just kind of.
Dude, he would hit clouds. He'd catch rainfall and then come back down. I mean, this guy, he had a deep ball that was just unlike anyone else, by the way, the height in which he threw it.
Yeah, I also want to just say one more thing. Joe Flacco's better than Zach Wilson. Just want to say one more time. Somebody disagreed with me in the chat, and you will never, I will die on that hill. Never, ever, 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 ever in life.
Okay. I'm sure this has absolutely nothing to do with the school in which Zach Wilson attended, right?
Nothing. Well, look, let me just say this. I said it off air. It's more telling about who didn't recruit him than who did. His number one, his preferred choice said no thanks.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
hey, I'm not arguing that he's better than Joe, but I think you're giving him a little extra hate because of where he graduated.
No, but it was also based on the fact that I think that oh shoot, why am I blanking on his name? Dang it, got drafted by the Bears, number 10.
Mitch? Oh, Fields?
I think Fields is heads and shoulders above him.
This could be a year we find out. Certainly with Fields, we'll have to wait and see if Wilson comes back.
Yeah. So anyway, we can move on, but
let's get back to
it's going to be a fun week one. You know, in addition to football starting, it's also going to be fun to see Joe Flacco understand. I don't know. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have a blast until he starts scoring touchdowns, and then I won't
lighten us up.
Yeah, then I won't be so happy anymore.
Don't get nervous because I'm here now.